is about Hydnora, which is the extraordinary parasitic plant that you can see here. It was first described incorrectly in 1775 as a fungus, and our understanding of the plant has remained pretty poor since then. There's been no monograph since 1934, and the taxonomy is in dire need of resolution. So the following work that I'm going to present is a taxonomic revision of the genus based off analysis of morphological and ecological characters, and a molecular phylogeny to support this work is in progress but will not be presented here. So parasitic plants are some of the strangest, as you can see, and yet most poorly known of all plants. And they offer an opportunity to explore some really interesting evolutionary questions about extreme adaptation and coevolution. Among these is Hydnora, which is sister to Prosopanchi, both parasitic genera in the Hydnoraceae, which is sister to the autotrophic Aristolochiaceae. There are 10 species in the genus, previously 8 following my monograph 10. I've illustrated 9 out of 10 of them here. One of them I could not illustrate because it's a new species and we have not seen a live flower. They are distributed across Southern Africa, East Africa, Madagascar, and Southern Arabia. So they have a bizarre morphology that's essentially reduced to a vegetative underground rhizome, which is covered in meristematic tubercles. And these tubercles will occasionally develop into large fleshy flowers that burst up through the soil. And in this cross-section, you can see some of the important taxonomic characters, which include the positioning of the scent-producing osmophore and also the surface of the tepal margins. So for my monograph, I harvested all available data from specimens, literature, and online sources to produce comprehensive species descriptions addressing all of the topics listed on the left-hand side. And I also devised an updated subgeneric classification based on clear morphological and ecological traits, which are outlined here. And this divides the genus into 4 subgenera. So quickly, some research highlights. Hydnora sinandevu. The known range has been expanded from Kenya and Tanzania to Somalia, Ethiopia, and Saudi Arabia. Hydnora hanningtonii has been resurrected from synonymy, previously lumped in with the widespread Hydnora abyssinica. And in addition, the recently described Hydnora arabica has been reduced into Hydnora hanningtonii. Hydnora solmsiana has also been resurrected from synonymy. It was originally described from Namibia and was previously lumped into abyssinica as well. Interestingly, this species tends to lie west and south of the Rift Valley mountain range, whereas abyssinica, its close relative, is generally found east of it. And finally, 3 specimens were identified at Kew, labeled as Hydnora abyssinica, but were clearly very different in tepal and osmophore morphology. So these have been named as a new species, Hydnora bolinii, named in honor of J. Bolin, my collaborator and the world expert in Hydnora. And finally, my host specificity survey revealed interesting lineage correlated trends in host preference, which suggest a potential link between host specificity and speciation in the genus. And this will be explored more in future work. Thank you very much to my collaborators and to you for listening.